Meow. Hello, everyone. So today, well, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Last time we looked at some MSX stuff, so now I wanted to go into one of my favorite computers, the Sharp X68000. And I will do have plans for some of that, along with the PlayStation later on, with my retrospective of a particular developer. But that's going to be a bit of a longer series, so. For now, I figured I'd just play some games I enjoy on it. So, just a quick intro for those of you who are unaware. So, in the mid 80s, to give a little background, the PC-88 Mark II SR, particular kind of launch spring, really it wasn't like the first era. There were definitely computer games before that, dating all the way back to even the original Commodore PET when that was released in Japan. But it was a very big deal as far as games. A lot of the Falcom stuff, um, a lot of the a lot of Falcom stuff. The developers certainly plenty of adventure games, RPGs, even Valis, like Telenet, pretty much, and Wolf Team got their start there, and along with the MSX, and it competed also against the Fujitsu FM7 and the Sharp X1. So eventually, Sharp was working on another computer, and they realized there was a bit of a market for high-end machines as workstations, especially because stuff like the Amiga wasn't available there. I don't know necessarily off the top of my head if like Sun workstations were sold there at all, or what other ones were. I have a feeling some of them were. Like Unix was definitely a thing. I just don't know how it was distributed. But Sharp wanted to create like essentially a machine for development and stuff. But then also realized there was a big gaming enthusiast market that would like really good ports of arcade games. So they went ahead and made this computer have the entire capabilities of an arcade machine at the time, like the Sega System 16. So as a result, it is quite powerful. Its main CPU is a 10 megahertz Motorola 68000 or Hitachi and Toshiba clones of it, which were pretty similar. That is higher clocked than any real contemporary computer or console that I'd use at the time. Um, in terms of graphics, it had an impressive up to 512 by 512, or commonly also 256 by 256. Yeah, it had non-standard square resolution that you could kind of see by that boot screen there, or really that message screen telling me to insert a floppy disk. Um, I'll get to that in a second about software. But depending on, it had a full 16-bit palette, unlike the Super Nintendo's 15-bit one, and could display a variety of colors from 16 at the highest resolutions all the way up to essentially 65,536. Although I don't know how that practically made use of that. A lot of games tended to use 256 colors on screen. Um, and would run in either 256 by 256 or 512 by 512, depending on how many background layers and how important the extra resolution was. Like something more computery, like an adventure game, would probably make more higher resolution, while obviously something like an arcade port, which were still, the 320 by 224 or whatever, or 256 by 224, would use low would just use 256 by 256, and it could have up to 4 background layers with transparency. In fact, the game that I'm going to be looking on Wednesday does make pretty heavy use of that. Um, as far as sound, it has a Yamaha YM2151 FM synth chip, offering 8 channels of 4 operator FM synth in stereo. Um, as well as a mono Oki PCM chip, or 80 PCM officially. It's 4-bit, not the highest, but still definitely usable, and means that you also have the full sound chip freed up for music and other sound effects and stuff. Um, by the way, Fel, that reminds me, there is one difference. Some people assume that this has the exact hardware as a CPS-1, and although Capcom are certainly inspired by it, the CPS-1 does have some advantages, most notably double the amount of sprites, 256 compared to the x68000's 128. And if you do play Final Fight, that is definitely noticeable because you have less enemies on screen and stuff. Oh yeah, and sprites themselves could also have a high amount of color. I think it was like 16 colors or something per sprite. And then I mentioned all the background layers and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it was expensive, but it was also quite impressive for the time and really very much geared toward action style games. You got a lot of doji shmups and that kind of thing, some fighting games, and your computery stuff, which is also probably where you're more likely going to find the not safe for work stuff. Like if it's an adventure game or a mahjong game, that's probably more likely where you're going to find it. Of course, there are some fighters as well, but those aren't quite as common. I did see one though that did like use the sprites, basically the characters from some other game that I can't remember which one it was. I just know that I've definitely seen those somewhere. And yeah, there were expansion boards. There was the Mercury Sound unit for PCM. There was like an expansion graphics one, which offers an absurd more ones. Like I think it offers like 16 million colors or something, and a whole bunch more. And like a whole bunch more graphics modes. But yeah, those came out pretty late and were pretty expensive. So games generally stuck to the stock hardware or made use of the later XVI and 68030 models. So one of the games that it actually came with, and you know what, I might as well briefly show this off for like 1 minute. Actually bundled with the original machine because Sharp was so set on showing how good this was, is a port of Gradius. This was done by Sharp's own contractor, SPS, who I don't believe were an internal team, but they did. They were heavily used, contracted when Sharp themselves wanted to put out a port, as opposed to some other company like Dempa, or in the case we're going to be looking at eventually here, Konami themselves. So this one's, yeah, pretty basic, but I'll show you the first level. As you see, yeah, it very much resembles the arcade machine. That's what they were. I'm not doing well here as far as fucking balance. Although this one does have a bit of a different music because this one kind of sounds close. Hold on. I like another version. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna see. I also found a different disc, somewhere. Might have been slightly nuts. See this one? Hello, Sasquatchlis, and hello, Washboard, Petra, Phil. It's good to see all of you. Sorry, not to greet people. I don't know, yeah, of course. Yes, you can pet the 1000. This version actually shows off the graphical shell SX window. The operating system it came with, Human 68K, was basically a DOS-like operating system. Like, it had the same commands and everything. And then it came with a graphical shell that ran in monochrome in order to make use of the higher resolutions. And yeah, this was it. There were other shells eventually later on. And there are other operating systems also that you could eventually put on there. I guess I wanted to show that. Yeah. And hi, Strawbros! Welcome! Good to see you. Doing well. Yeah, I have off today, so I decided, you know what, I'm not going to be able to stream on Sunday because I'll be away then, so I'll do a shortest stream today. Yeah, okay, so this one, I guess the other one was a more bare bones. Maybe it was an earlier version, because this one, as you can see, has a bit different sound. It actually is geared more towards the FM chip compared to the other one, which tried to imitate the arcade version sound, which used a bunch of AY chips. So your ship moves faster by default. And you got 3 extra lines instead of 2. But yeah, I'm not going to be playing through this one because I'm more showing off gradius 2. But this is like a good baseline, so you can see kind of what the x68000 was all about, you know? The usual power order in these games is speed ups, usually 2, but 1 is fine in this version. Option, laser, second option, shield, third option. I'm certainly far from an expert though, but I've gotten pretty far in One Life, in the original arcade version, like almost to the end of stage 4. But I know there's some people who could like casually no-miss this through the NES version. Oh, okay. Never mind. We're just gonna stop at this one now. Yeah, I'm gonna just we're gonna go to our main event here, which is Gradius 2. This was released in 1993 and was ported by Konami themselves. Although Konami originally only published games at home for the MSX and the NES, in 1991 they published a ton of Twinbee for the x68000, which is the first time branching out into their hardware, and so eventually they did port Gradius 2 themselves. With I believe this is a unique piece of music, like it's not found in the arcade version, unlike in Gradius 1, where you had a remix of the high score theme. That was also used in the X1 version. Yeah, I know they're like 2 different versions of Nemesis. There's like a US one and a UK one that have some different differences regarding like rank and bullets and other things. So one thing that the x68000 could do, being on a computer, is it had some MIDI expansion. So I'm going, boom, there it is. So thanks to an emulator called Munt, I can actually roughly get an MT32 connected right to this because it just functions as a normal MIDI device. Basically, so reminder, this is how it sounds using the internal FM synth chip. In fact, I do believe these songs are slightly redone. They do sound better on their own even than what they did in the arcade version. I also got the SC55 here, but I don't have access to that, and I'd want to use the MT32 anyway, because this actually makes use both of the internal FM and the MT32 for sound. You got a really nice sound in there, and honestly, if I knew how to make music, I might try to make it in this style, like just using these instruments. I think it's a very good combination. Like, I think maybe only some of Zoom's games, like Overtake, were some of the only other ones that actually also use this combination. Usually it would just be MIDI alone, which is also what you get if you did an SE55. But yeah, that's pretty much one of the reasons I want to play this version in particular, so you can hear what it sounds like with FM and MIDI. And then I could also show off the status screen. The weirder internal resolutions. Thing looks right, so I'm gonna set auto fire to on. Yeah, okay, that works. Let's go with this one. I've played a bit into this, like the first 3 stages. So I know I can do a bit into it, but don't expect high level gameplay.
Destroy them all.
No, this isn't filtered. It's probably just because
Speed up. Speed up.
because of the weird way this emulator handles scaling or something.
Red bomb.
Oh no. Might have to. Look into that at some point. Don't know. I'm playing through the emulator window to avoid any sort of
Option.
lag. Oh yeah, let me talk a bit about controls also. This came with 2 standard 9-pin Atari-style joystick ports. These use the MSX standard because that's what was used on a bunch of other Japanese computers at the time. Basically, also if you had like a PC-88 or PC-98 that came with joystick ports built in or on your sound card, you would also probably get that. You could probably plug in a single button other joystick, but not really 2-button one, because that could lead to problems. There were other options like specialized controllers. There was a flight stick called the Cyber Stick, which had 3 axes analog, 2 for movement and then 1 for speed, and that was made into a controller version by Microsoft, which was called the XE1 AP, and that was also compatible with the Mega Drive. Wait, here's some laser. I was too close there. Of Afterburner 2, so there is like a special controller for Libble Rabble, which used 2 D-pads. There was a Pac-Land controller, which had 3 arcade buttons. Oh, I didn't quite get up to the second option. Oh. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna restart. Yeah. I was too busy talking to pay attention to where the Phoenix is firing from. Yeah, the PC Engine version could also actually use that analog pad.
Shoot it in the head.
There was a Pac-Land controller, and then later on, for Street Fighter, Capcom released their own 6-button converter. Originally, it was designed actually for the failed CPS changer console. It was designed for the failed CPS changer stick that came with that one, but you could also potentially use a Super Famicom or Mega Drive pad in there with some of the... Yeah, I think everything I think there might have also been controllers later on that had Start and Select built in as well. I know Castlevania makes use of those. You have it. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm just gonna play through. I can get another extend quickly.
Destroy them all. Red bomb. Speed up. Speed up.
Also, because the arcade version actually used two 68000 chips, there is a bit of slowdown. Specifically in this level, I haven't noticed anything else in what I've been able to play of this game. Sometimes we see the solar flare dragons, the game slows down slightly. It's noticeable enough, at least, that there's like a sudden jerk when they disappear, but not really much of an issue. I mean, it's not quite perfect. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty dangerous derby. Pretty hot. Also, this song is very nice. It's called Burning Heat. There have been various remixes of it, like official remixes over the years, in some arrange albums, and even in some of the Bimani games. I know there is somewhere. Yes, oh yeah. I do too. Fortunately, laser and spread bomb do make quick work of them. Also allow you to get to an extend easily, so we have our original lives back. I also like how the high score is 57,300, clear Konami reference. 573 was the number I used.
Options.
Oh, nice. Okay, now I have actually got two options for this boss. Although that isn't going to help so much with the spread.
Shoot it in the head.
And as long as I'm paying attention, that shouldn't be an issue. Yeah. This part, though. Oh, what was I doing?
Speed up.
I don't know what I was doing. I'm gonna start again.
Shoot it in the head.
Oh wait, hold on, actually. I don't think I have my bot here.
You need some practice.
Hold on. While I'm at it, I also forgot to have my clock as well. Okay, let's see now. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yes, you are, Linelia.
Destroy them all. Speed up. Speed up. Spread bomb.
Okay, I know I've been able to do this just fine. Oh.
Option.
sometimes those rocks it shoots out can hold power-ups, but not always.
Laser.
Hey, that was close, actually. Hey, I'm not gonna quite have enough for another option, unfortunately.
Shoot it in the head.
There we go. By the way, when it's exploding, the body of the Phoenix is still active, so you do not want to run into it. And, here we go. Uh-oh. It's not showing up on the stream. Not good. Okay, I'll have to figure that out later. There's been some
Option.
weirdness. I may just switch back to Ankbot, honestly, even with, oh.
Speed up.
Yeah, even with how Streamlabs have been.
Speed up. Spread bomb.
Okay. Cover, although I probably want to go for a laser or option this level.
Laser shall never return alive.
Yeah, okay, lasers. Oh!
Speed up. Speed up.
This is not going as well as I'd hoped.
Spread bomb.
Oh no. At least the second boss is rather easy. All these bullets here aren't.
Speed up. Speed up.
And I don't have. Maybe I should have gotten this.
You
Yeah,
need
okay.
some practice.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Like, I've definitely gotten all the way through stage 3 just fine.
Destroy them all. Speed up. Speed up. Spread bomb. Options.
As far as other ports of this game, I know it was ported to the Famicom, which was I mean, it plays a bit differently, some of the stages. Like this stage, obviously, they couldn't do the way you're flying through some smaller stars instead of this kind of thing. But it is impressive. It uses one of the later memory mappers that Konami had. Also, probably why they couldn't do it on the NES anyway, even if they wanted to. I don't think this game originally even got any sort of North American release until the PSP. It had a limited European release, or was known as Vulcan Venture for some reason. I think that would be more fitting for the last game. While this one starts to, you know, flying through solar, kind of solar assault, which is the name of that weird 3D gradius that they did at one point. But there weren't any home ports released outside of Japan initially. There was also a PC Engine CD port that just had recordings, I think, of the original soundtrack. Well, maybe it had an arranged soundtrack also on there, but I don't think so. And that one plays pretty well, also. I don't know necessarily if there's any... Oh! I was not paying attention again! Okay, let's see if I can still do this.
Speed up. Speed up.
Two speed ups, no other weapons.
Shoot it in the head.
Okay, I'm standing too close to the top of the screen. See that probably here.
Speed up. Speed up. Shoot it in the head.
Yeah, I made the same mistake again. I keep on thinking that somehow I can dodge up when I can't. No, I only have one speed up.
Shoot it in the head.
Yeah, the voice itself is all internal PCM. Though the drums, as you can see, are the trademark Konami orchestra hits, are actually done via MIDI. You can probably see that if you look at the MT32 screen. Okay, that's... Hello, other Claire. How are you? See you, as always. Yeah, the x68000 was a high-end computer in the late 80s, early 90s. It basically had arcade capabilities. This was a pretty late port by Konami themselves. that also adds in MIDI arrangements.
Red bomb.
What I'm playing as here, this actually uses both FM Synth and MT32. Sounds really nice. Fortunately, I'm struggling a bit. The game itself. Yeah. I mean, I think the PC Engine version also looks pretty good. Obviously, the Famicom version, as I was talking about right before you came in, that was kind of its own thing, but also an impressive port in its own right. And I don't think the game got any other official ports back in the day until like the Saturn collection. Oh no, I was about to crash. I was not able to play that dragon anymore. Oh, my laser. Dealing with these things is much easier. There we go. Oh no, I'll say there we go, but
Laser.
yeah. But that's as far as I can tell. Like, it's not quite arcade perfect. It's a bit cut off horizontally because of the x68000's here. Internal square resolutions. It's got a bit of extra slowdown here and there, and it has to load in between stages. But it would, but as far as I can tell, like, all of the graphics are there, all of the sound is, all of the voice clips, are retained, all of the stages are present, so, you know, we got, basically, all of Gradius 2 with some nice sound. No. I like Kate Yagi. Sorry, I don't think I quite noticed before. But welcome! How are you doing? So no. This was used as a development machine for CPS1 games, but there wasn't actually
Shoot it in the head.
the same as any exact arcade hardware. This all used custom hardware designed by Sharp. Now I got it in a good position, so. As long as they don't panic and fly upwards at the beginning of the fight, I'm fine here. Although, I would still... it's most similar to... to machines like the Sega 16, although obviously not exact, but... Yep, you got a large color palette with actually lots of different on-screen colors, more so than pretty much any other system. The fast... Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the shield here.
Force field.
Okay. Now I'm okay, even if I accidentally run into something. Like, if I run into one of these things here, by accident, oh fine, although I do eventually want a third option, but I don't need that right now. Oh, yeah, see, it made these shields getting hit sound, but that's fine. No, I'm not gonna risk it. And yeah, this part becomes more manageable when you can pick out. Even with, I'm sure you got higher rank, this part still becomes a lot more manageable when you can actually take out those bottom turrets, and they purposely hinder your access to them so that you would need to press those things. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna hold on to an extra shield.
Force field.
Because this area was pretty Okay, so if you've played Gradius 3, then you'll know this boss, because this is the first boss of that game. It is quite easy, honestly. Probably even easier than the other boss, because it doesn't throw any surprises at you. You can shoot down all the small rocks easily when you're powered up, and then just get out of the way of the big rock. That's basically it. Yeah, I think I'll go for third option. Yeah, like, it does have some slowdown, but for a lot of the bigger bosses and stuff, you've still got it. Yeah, this one you want. This stage you definitely want more options, the better. But I'm not going to get 4, because I know that increases your rank and can also bring on the option stealer, whose name is pretty self-explanatory. Let's say who is pretty self-explanatory based on that name, what that thing does. That one bullet sabotaged my plan of carefully positioning myself so I'll be able to take it out right when my options pass through that wall. That's the kind of strategic stuff you want to do in... Okay, this part I have to pay attention.
Force field.
Fortunately, this is nowhere near as infuriating as the ice stage in Gradius 3, which apparently... Like, I've watched some good players play that, and I still don't know how you're actually supposed to do that section, that one crystal rush there, where you got a whole bunch of cubes just flying at you. In fact, I think there was even a trainer made... The Gradius 3 itself didn't get a port to the x68000. There was some homebrew trainer made just for that. Oh, oops, I got
Speed up.
No, I don't want that right now. Okay, I might have actually passed the checkpoint. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't collect any. This single pea shooter is not very conducive.
You shall be crushed.
Yeah, this is the core. Don't stay to the back of the screen because you're gonna
Destroy the core.
It's yeah, okay, this is gonna be rough.
Speed up.
But you can't, those talents are really hard to get with,
You shall be crushed.
Destroy the core.
And of course, this boss will take slower. I mean, it's possible, but pretty tough now.
Speed up.
Yeah, okay. Even my strategy of starting out close and then going back was working.
You shall be crushed.
Oh! Okay, that was my fault. But actually, making something with the MT32 screen.
Speed up.
Kind of vibing with that, and then yeah, because the problem is you have to destroy both of these. Just to get a power up.
You shall be crushed.
Destroy the core.
Oh,
You need some practice.
okay, that was a better run at least, but I want to just see something in configuration for a second. Yeah, wait, actually, first of all, I'll show you. Set it to USA, which is just shorthand for overseas, yeah. That title screen says Vulcan Venture. It's a nice touch I'm glad they put in, even though it doesn't actually do anything.
Destroy them all. Speed up. Speed up. Spread bomb.
Okay, if you go down at the beginning, yeah, that's where you can access those two power-ups.
Speed up. Speed up.
Go fine here. I guess I'll do this stage fine. It's gonna be optimal, but nope, that's not gonna work.
Speed up. Speed up. You need some practice. Destroy them all. Speed up. Speed up. Spread bomb. Option.
Okay. Think it was better now.
Laser.
The Flota is pretty offensive, which I guess is why I like it. I mean, you don't really... And then, like, maybe changing up what some of the double weapons, you don't really have much other choice in defensive options in this game. Unlike in some of the later games, we got some interesting stuff added. But this was the first game to give you multiple loadouts. And it adds in the ripple laser from Salamander.
Option. Shoot it in the head.
I also do want to try Gradius 4 sometime. I mean, it sort of works okay in MAME. I think I've had sometimes where it's randomly freezed on me, but it runs full speed on my computer at least. Yeah, let me get the shield first, and then we'll go for the...
Force field.
You shall never return alive.
Option.
I don't notice that, as you can tell by my panicked reaction, unfortunately. Throw out some shield. Kind of a problem. Well, this... Okay, actually this boss, as I said, is not an issue at all.
I'll bash you down.
Okay. Good, now I just have to make sure to not get caught in somewhere in the third stage and see how well I can do the core.
Force field.
Oh no!
Speed up.
Went too far back.
Speed up. Speed up. Tail gun.
Oh! That's the weapon I wanted. Okay, at least this area is recoverable. Maybe not by me right now, but...
Speed up. Speed up.
Hoping to get a power up there, but I'll still take.
Red bomb.
Oh,
You need some practice.
I don't think Tailgun is gonna be that useful there.
Destroy them all. Speed up.
Oop.
Speed up. Red bomb.
I'm behind on one power up, but that's not an issue. Sometimes these drop power ups anyway.
Option.
There we go. There's at least one of them. Another one.
laser. Option.
All right. New option. In fact, we almost got a shield already.
Shoot it in the head. Speed up.
I panicked and
Speed up.
well, this is not
Shoot
good.
it in the head.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna restart.
Speed up. Shoot it in the head. You need some practice. Destroy them all. Speed up. Speed up. Spread bomb.
I realized I was going the wrong way as far as.
Destroy them all.
Okay, good. It starts me
Speed up.
at the beginning of this dogfight, which actually makes it quite a bit easier.
Spread bomb. Option.
Oh no!
Speed up. Speed up.
They're not ideal. I think you can Well, we're covered from the middle of the stage. Except when that happens.
Speed up. Speed up. Red bomb.
Okay.
You need some practice. Destroy them all. Speed up. Speed up. Red bomb. Option.
Okay, good. Yeah, I have to remember to go down at the start if I want more power-ups to actually get the option.
Laser.
Well, I may as well take the shield now.
Shoot it in the head. Option.
Okay, there we go.
You shall never return alive.
Okay. You aren't enough on screen to actually fire. I don't know what kind of algorithm they use. I know some Konami games have it. I think I think the gradius and gradius series have it so that enemies can fire at any of 16 angles. There we go. Ah, thank you. I hope so. That core is probably easier once I got lasers and shield and option. Oh. Ah.
Speed up. Red bomb.
Oh no. Yeah, okay, this is...
Speed up.
Yeah, this is a really...
Speed up. Red bomb. You need
Oh,
crap.
that was close. But yeah, that's the problem, is one stray mistake can basically ruin the whole run for you in these games, but I still find them generally fun to play. That's why I'm doing this right now.
Destroy them all. Speed up. Speed up.
I don't think there is a Konami code in this game. There's also no start button.
Red bomb.
Although I could set the lives higher, that's not really gonna help me so much if it's recovery. That's the issue. I could also set it to easy. In fact, I might do that if I game work pretty early on.
Option.
I realized too late what my mistake was there.
Speed up.
Normally, we're right here where you get,
Speed up.
oh, I missed Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna bump it down to safety. Let's see if I can get further there. It would also help me generally learn the level layouts and
You
bosses
need
and
some
stuff.
practice. Destroy them all. Speed up. Speed up. Spread bomb.
I'm guessing there are less bullets and stuff in easy mode. No, okay, that was a bad idea.
Speed up. Speed up. Spread bomb.
Might actually go for a laser before option now. Just because that will help me with the boss. Oh, there's power there. But I should get some for the boss anyway.
Laser.
Okay. We're doing okay now.
Shoot it in the head.
Yeah, there we go. The boss might have less health too.
Option.
You shall never return alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for shield, then second option, and third option.
Force field.
Fortunately, that thing running into me can't kill me because I have the shield now. I don't think the spread bomb can actually destroy these. I think you can only do so with your shot. Oh, I didn't see that one.
Speed up. Speed up.
Okay, yeah, I might just... Yeah, I'm gonna... Well, you know what, actually, I'll still try it.
Speed up.
Over here.
Speed up.
I have to say, well, that means I'm getting a spread bomb, but... Okay, here it is.
Spread bomb. You need some
Yeah,
prep.
okay.
Destroy them all. Speed up. Speed up. Spread bomb. Option.
Yeah, I think on easy enemy locations are the same. It just affects health and number of bullets. Like, trying to remember, there's like one game where you can find... Oh yeah, okay. I'm about to say, I'm like remembering there's one game you can actually fine-tune like that mode of difficulty in terms of the number of enemies, number of bullets, health, and all that. That was actually the port, game we did play, the port of Wolfang to the Saturn. That was a pretty interesting game. I actually liked it a lot. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I know there are certain, there's like an MML or something, music format used for the x68000. Those dragons, by the way, were fighting for Z-axis supremacy. That's like, I guess the one kind of flicker you have is,
Okay.
There are, I think, like, there are some VGM format players, and there probably is VGM
Shooting in the head.
files that can definitely simulate the hardware and stuff. I know there was like a common music markup language or something that was created, but that might only be for the FM. Like MIDI, you have to, yeah, probably. Well, MIDI it would be easier anyway to extract. I mean, you can figure out what the file formats and stuff. From this game, probably would, and
Force field.
I know there were definitely like CDs distributed that had minis of video game songs on them. Although I don't think the x68000 actually had an official CD player. You had to use a third-party one, hook it up via SCSI. Yeah. So as far as like playing this exact sound combination, I don't know. Would be nice. And if I could ever actually like know anything about music and composing, and especially FM synth, I would definitely like to make a song in this particular format. Or at least using this particular hardware, not necessarily the same sound driver and patches that were used. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for it this time. Last time I did that, I lost my shield. That's fine. Oh no! I thought I had an opening there.
Speed up. Speed up.
I do know just by looking through some games, there were some common sound drivers. Also, there was like this one called Z Music or something by Zenshi Soft.
Speed up.
I mean, the result just is the fact that, like, a lot of x68000 games, even if they don't look that impressive, or have much gameplay or doing that well, they're still gonna sound pretty good. Of course, there are some that are definitely quite good. Shorensha is just the one you hear about. That one later got on Windows. Or
Speed up. Red bomb.
okay, that's good. Or in theory, yeah, I mean, you see it when it loads. I'm not sure if you were.
You need some practice.
When it loads, you usually see the command line, and then the first thing it will load is the music driver, and that one you can see which one it uses.
Destroy them all.
Yeah.
Speed up. Speed up.
I mean, Human 68K is basically like a DOS clone, but it's got some pretty neat stuff. I'm also not
Red bomb.
entirely sure what the file formats. I mean, games themselves were distributed, or rather, I'd say any sort of application was put in a special .x format. But as far as like whether anything would be readable by other computers. I don't know. Maybe if you have 90s Windows version like 9X or something, you might be able to do that. And then there's probably some sort of utility for writing floppy disks specifically in the x68000 format, because the original model used 5 1/4" floppy disks in a very high density 1.2 meg. This is interesting. And that didn't really make games any cheaper than other computers. Like Japanese computer games, in case you don't know, were quite expensive. Some of them could be like 7,800 or even 9,800 yen. And the x68000 was no exception. Although the games did come in often in nice packaging and like large plastic pieces. And Gradius 2 also had an art book with it. Yeah, this game comes on 2 discs. Some can come on much more. Although those are usually like the large adventure games. I don't think anything quite hit as much as the late PC98 era, where you got like this one Evangelion Dojin game that like came on over 100 discs, and that was 3.5-inch. Oh, I probably should have saved up the shield. Okay. Like,
Shoot it in the head.
if you thought Amiga games came on too many discs, you really have not seen any Japanese computers. They want ham sometimes. Although the x68000 came standard with 1 megabyte of RAM, and generally speaking, games used 2, so you can often load a lot more into memory than you could with other machines. So I guess it really depends. In fact, sometimes games would just downright
Force field.
You shall never return alive.
would outright just load everything into memory and eject the disk, because the x68000 was pretty unique for its time. I think the Macintosh was the only other computer I know of that had the ability to soft eject. As well as the ability to soft power off, years before ACPI would come in and give various internal issues. But somehow can plague some computers even to this day when Windows just decides that Saturday at exactly 5:03 p.m. is the perfect time to check for updates, even if the computer is off.
Speed up. Speed up.
No, unfortunately, I do not have a collection. I would absolutely love an x68000 and a lot of other retro computers. Like the x68000 is just what I call my dream retro computer, which is a common question I ask forums about this. Oh, that brought this one into a screeching halt.
Speed up.
Let's try the top map. As far as I don't think so. I tried even pausing updates, but that didn't seem to work, so I don't know exactly what's going on there. Like, it was, the computer that's now my parents' computer, which was my actual original gaming PC, except that I always had Windows 7 on it. So, like, when I gave it to them, I upgraded it Really, I just reinstalled everything so I can move around stuff in the hard drives and get their files backed up. But then, for whatever reason, it just likes turning on. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to check task scheduling and stuff.
Destroy them all. Speed up.
But
Speed up.
I did also know a like at one point. Actually, I did have a hand-me-down computer that also had ACPI issues.
Red bomb.
And that was, I don't remember the exact specs of it, was either a system builder or like one of those beige box bare bones PCs, because all I remember is that it had a case from Tech Media, which I looked up, and that was a company that had made a few computer cases and eventually started getting into selling their own bare bones computers, like those, you know, cheap, no brand ones. So I don't remember the exact specs other than the fact that I believe it was a hand-me-down from some relative that was good at computers, and it had Windows 2000 on it, and it also had some broken internal ACPI switch because it would in fact sometimes randomly turn on. It was a nice computer otherwise. Yeah, I mean, my family wasn't like, they're not, okay, that was my mistake.
Speed up. Speed up.
So you know what, yeah, let me just restart this one. Yeah, sometimes I have a tendency to just go, all in on just researching a particular thing. It's like, oh, I want to figure out where this computer came from. When I remember seeing the case years ago before it was recycled. Oh yeah, and now I was able to track down the exact company that made it and what they did. And even an interesting mid-90s horizontal case design. That was definitely not the one we had, because it was a vertical tower, but this horizontal case design had built-in speakers, and you go on like the forums, I think you could see someone that had that.
Speed up. Speed up.
Yeah, my family often, we had a couple, like, Dell Dimension, I think we had one, yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the case anymore. The entire computer was recycled a few years ago. It was not, my decision. But and we had like a Dimension 2400, was a Windows XP era basic full machine, that had some problems with its sound driver, so it would oftentimes use its internal speaker, which all it could do was just make a beep noise, like. But then it would, like, instead of an error, it would just loudly. Instead of an actual chime and stuff. We had, one of the ones that I first remember using, which was actually, Dimension L933R, as it's called, which was basically meant that it had a 933 megahertz Pentium 3 inside. I think that had a few operating systems. You could have ME98 and XP on it at some point, at different points throughout its life. It was a decent computer. The only problem was whoever owned it previously did have a nice monitor with it. Yeah, it would be a problem if there was some operating system notification and then just suddenly loudly. The only problem with the earlier Dimension was that it didn't have an Ethernet port. That was an optional feature that you had to, I think, order. Especially if you custom ordered yours on Dell's website or perhaps some retailers that opted for one. So when my family upgraded to DSL, we can. Oh no.
Speed up.
Sorry, I'm gonna reset now. I was too busy talking about computers to realize I was.
You need some practice.
But yeah, that was a nice computer. We also had a. We also had a compact Presario 5000 model. Just one of those with like, if I'm not sure if you've seen it, has like the translucent front panel, but the rest of it is beige. That one was pretty neat because it was a bit faster. Sometimes,
Speed up. Speed up.
yeah, that was like a late, yes, I know, you're a very nice computer, Lenal, yeah. That one was a pretty late, like, independent, compact era machine. And then, also eventually one of the uncles on my dad's side, not one who's really good with computers, in fact, because he had some malware that prevented using it, and we've gotten Windows XP backup disk.
Option.
From a friend, so we got a... It was a Dimension E310, I think it was, yeah. It was a lower end media machine. In fact, it originally ran Media Center Edition, which we didn't have before. So we just installed Professional on there. That was a nice computer. That was basically my main computer for like 5 years, I think, until I got my own laptop. We did also have an HP era compact. Okay. I am really not paying attention. Yeah, I'm just gonna reset. That I got as a gift, me and my siblings got as a gift. It was a Rosario laptop from 2008. It had an AMD Athlon X2, which, if you don't know at the time, the Athlons were basically just cut-down versions of the Turion, which was their main laptop CPU, so... It could sort of run Vista, but it also would get hot like 30 seconds after you started using it. So it was barely a laptop. I actually still have that one lying around somewhere.
Red bomb.
And like that one, I've kind of been tempted to install a low resource Linux distro on it, like Q4 OS, just so, because that would probably be much faster than Vista ever was.
Option.
As far as my current, I did not realize there'd be two of them. Yeah, you know what, I want like one more good try at least, so that's why I'm kind of restarting constantly.
You need some practice.
I don't know, it might have been. I mean, I don't know in particular what this one was. I think it is just based on the Turion core, so you know, the stuff that they started putting out around 2005 for laptops with their dual core, and then they made cheaper versions that use the Athlon name.
Destroy them all. Speed up. Speed up.
And that was the one that this one had. Well, at least it still works and still around somewhere. So.
Red bomb.
You know, I may as well talk more about then. So then, yeah, in 2012, I got a Lenovo E530, I think it was officially the model name.
Option.
Yeah. Which is kind of like a very cheap one that sort of looks like a ThinkPad. It has a track point on it, but it isn't actually a ThinkPad. It wasn't quite as durable. It was a pretty decent computer for the time, honestly. Although I think if I had,
Option.
I think if I had known that I could order a ThinkPad T420 from Lenovo's website, I might have actually gone in and done that, because that would have come with a much better keyboard and durability and stuff. But yeah, it was a laptop. Eventually, the screen hinge broke, so then the screen just stopped working. And it could work when plugged into an external monitor for a while, so I just started using it at home completely, because I didn't really need to bring it anywhere at the time anyway. And then in 2016, I got an actual ThinkPad, a T460. Oh. Okay, let's see if I can recover here.
Speed up. Speed up.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just mainly a problem of that's where they cut corners
Speed up.
to make it.
Speed up.
Cheaper than their actual business versions. I think it even had metal hinges, just they were cheaply made. I don't remember where the power chips. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, okay. No.
Need some practice.
That was my main portable computer. My desktop was actually a custom gaming PC that I got all the parts together in like 2015, but then built it in 2016. That was the one that my parents currently use. It's got an i7 4790K.
Destroy them all.
16 gigabytes of RAM.
Speed up.
Currently, I took out the graphics card.
Speed up. Red bomb.
But it originally had a GTX 970 in there. Yeah,
Option.
Yeah, I don't like all their, how that went, or even just the fact that, Lenovo eventually took out the external battery option. It's like one of my favorite features of the T460, to be honest. I just got, like, very good battery life, because, like, basically just paid $15 to get a bigger battery shipped with it, and yeah, so that was my original gaming PC. It was very nice. So eventually I was like, okay, you know, by 2021 I'm gonna be ready to upgrade, and then all the markets started getting very weird, and I held off for a while. It also meant that I was using Windows 7 as my main operating system. But then, I think it was, yeah, right around, Black Friday. Oh, down. Yeah, and like the batteries were also hot swappable too. So you can... Oh, okay.
Speed up. Speed up.
Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna restart again. I want like one good run on it.
You need some practice.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, so then I saw that the Micro Center's own Power Spec brand of pre-built PCs, which basically use entirely off-the-shelf parts,
Speed up.
were on sale, and there was yeah, I made sure to do that. Don't worry.
Speed up. Red bomb.
And they had some decent mid-range stuff. Not too bad. Unfortunately, availability was a bit limited in my local store as far as what I could actually find. Like there was this one more expensive
Option.
There's this one more expensive one that I was hoping maybe I could look at, but that wasn't in stock. So I ended up settling on this one, which is quite cheap. It was like like 1,100 around. It has a Ryzen 5 in there. Yeah, I think I did mention at some point. Yeah, it's got Ryzen 5, 5600 G for some reason, even though it has an internal graphics card. But I guess they have enough of those CPUs that they want to use them somewhere. 16 gigabytes of RAM. Annoyingly, it is not 3200. So if I want to upgrade, I might just buy full new RAM. And Radeon 6600 XT, and yeah. I mean, that's the thing, I don't play the most modern and demanding titles. I just wanted something that I knew would be better than my previous computer and would last me a while, and this has definitely worked out for that. The only upgrade I put in at the beginning, it also had built-in Wi-Fi, which my previous one didn't. I bought an internal Wi-Fi card for that. Yeah, whatever works for you, really. Okay, we're fine.
Shoot it in the head.
Yeah, and it has a Radeon 6600 XT, which is basically slightly better than a 3060 from what I heard.
Force field.
What's the actual more expensive option? What was it? I think it was like yeah, 3600i or something?
You shall never return alive.
Yeah. We'll want a third option at some point, but I think it's better for me to keep a shield and get the third option when I get to the next. When I get to the next dog fight. I was looking at your message. Oh. Oh.
Speed up. Red bomb. Speed up.
Okay, we're still doing overall better. I can make it to the...
Shoot it in the eye.
Yeah, that would be interesting. And now it seems like graphics cards are becoming a bit farther down in price. Like you could actually... Oh no, this is actually going to be the problem now. Oh. Yeah, it's nice to just see what's available and what you can...
Red bomb.
Oh.
Speed up.
It's like so well. How can I get through this final section?
Red bomb. Speed up.
Fortunately, there's no way I'll be able to get another option.
Shoot it in the eye.
I'll back you down.
Oh, I didn't realize it. Oh no, I don't actually.
Red bomb. You need some
Okay.
practice.
I'll probably have to get off soon, but we can give a couple more attempts. Yeah, I'm very happy with this computer overall. The only upgrade I did for it right away was to get a terabyte SSD instead of the 500 gigabyte one that it came with. But fortunately, actually transferring everything was very easy.
Speed up. Red bomb.
Oh, the funny thing, it wasn't actually disk cloning, it was just using the built-in recovery tool. Because I think it was already configured that it would have all of the drivers and pre-installed software utilities. Not really much, it was basically just something, basically just a couple utilities to adjust the colors for the lighting. Yeah, I'm gonna restart. And the actual configuration for the graphics card, and that's pretty much it.
You need some practice. Destroy them all.
Yeah, I actually got a Samsung
Speed up.
drive, although for some reason it
Speed
didn't
up.
come with either a screwdriver for actually getting in those little screws,
Red bomb.
nor did it come with a heatsink, so I ended up getting both of those on my own later. And by later, I mean like right after I opened it, and then I have to just play it a day. And then it installs just fine.
Option.
Yeah, basically, from what I've heard, NVMe SSDs, or I guess let's call them, yeah. That form factor doesn't have a built-in heatsink, unlike, there isn't enough space for one, unlike on an actual 2.5-inch SATA mount, so. Sometimes that can be an issue. I don't think.
Force field.
You know, I remote this shield now since I accidentally skipped over my laser. I don't know really. I just heard that it could be an issue. And sometimes motherboards do have like a particular heatsink built right into the mounting area.
Laser.
Okay. Yeah, I think the rank has gone up a bit. Once you get a shield, they start firing at you. I mean, SATA SSDs don't have heatsinks because there's enough. Because there is enough space to dissipate heat inside of the case that it comes in. With M2 SSDs, you don't have that luxury.
Option.
Okay, let's do option and then now we'll do shield. Yeah, I mean, this is all stuff I've heard from various.
You shall never return alive.
People comfortable. It's not as if I've had to really build machines for other people yet. Mostly because I work just internally at a very small company, so most of what we do there is whatever old machines on hand, the other staff source.
Force field.
Like even servers and stuff. A lot of the servers at my work are just things from the PTO's old company, or occasionally refurbished. Some trusted suppliers. Yeah, I was just pointing out, like, this is just what, like, I heard people talking about pretty much right after I had gotten... Oh. I can dodge through all of that. Hope I don't die here. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna get one, but this boss is really easy when you have lasers and... The only problem is I'm gonna want a third option and a shield for the next stage. Yeah, I mean, this is like all enterprise level stuff that the company has, so whatever old Dell and HP servers usually, what my company got, and then also for backup. There are some more contemporary stuff, at least for smaller.
Force field.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Option.
Good, I got 3 options, now I can bust through these crystals. This counts as a good run, so however this goes. Unfortunately, the blue power-ups do not clear any of the... I want to make sure I didn't get caught where I did in the previous time by not being able to take those out. Ah, yes, I've seen that. Well, the standard answer is that I do add cereal first, because I don't think you can hot-plug milk in. Even if you use the chair method of eating cereal, I don't think you can hot-plug the cereal in there. That reminds me, I don't think I've had warm milk in like a really long time. Like, I've never had it with cereal, but I have had milk warmed up in the microwave. Like, we're still good. I think this is why we Okay. Now that we have these enemies forming, we should be getting close to the big four. Stay out of the way.
You shall be crushed.
Destroy the core.
Okay. Sorry, someone was asking something. Oh no, I realized I...
Force field.
Oh, I know what you mean by those boxes. Yeah, I've seen those. I mean, I do like mixing certain drinks anyway. Like, orange juice and seltzer is a pretty common one, although I only put a bit of seltzer in there just for... Just for that extra carbonation and stuff. I don't want it to get too diluted. And there's also something that I got from my dad, which was to... Oop. I'm still missing a power. Okay, there we go.
Force field.
Oh no. Yeah. Don't know what you're supposed to do about that. Evidently something. Yeah, this is a very nice music track. Because this is basically the volcano area from the first game. Which actually the fourth stage in the first game was just the upside down volcano anyway. That's as far as I've made it in the original arcade on One Life. And it looks like this is as far as I'm gonna make it on One Life here. At some point I'm gonna probably save state and learn this game. Even if it is just the arcade version. But at least right now playing this on easy, clearly being a relative turn given all of the throw at you. Okay, that's... Yeah, these turrets fly right. Oh, that was close. That was
Speed up.
okay. Yeah, okay, this is also an upside down volcano. No, it's not gonna quite be bedtime.
Need some practice.
Look at that, let's see. I'm not gonna put my actual age and stuff in there. I don't know why they actually, have you enter in all that information onto the high score screen, but it was a common thing. In fact, I think there's some games that even have you put your horoscope in there. No, I'm gonna be going away soon. And I'm gonna be away for the next couple days. So, yeah, I think that was pretty much it. It certainly is a nice time, even if we can't... Even if I wasn't able to get too far in the game. I'll just have you hear the intro with the video sound. it was fun for me, so I'm very glad you enjoyed it.